So, I was at church, and the following is definitely what you would file under TMI. So if you can't handle TMI, and you've definitely gotten TMI from me over the years, then, turn it off. That's all. Don't watch my video. I'm sick. And no, it's not that which nobody wants to be diagnosed with these days. Um, I'm hoping that it's only a severe UTI and hasn't progressed to like kidney disease or something. Which is what I found out when I looked up today. Can a UTI cause vomiting? Yes, it can. But there's there's something that goes along with that I need to tell you about. So, I had at Joe's, I don't know, I was only at Joe's for a few months. I had what was going to be like the start, I guess, of a UTI, and he had, he's all into health and everything, even more so than I am. And he had a book on natural stuff, and we looked up a thing on UTIs, and I followed the instructions, which was to, I took a bath in organic, not that it has to be organic, but, I took a bath in the good stuff with the mother, organic apple cider vinegar, a whole bunch of it, the cups and cups of it, okay? And I felt better, okay? Well, about a month ago, I'll spare you the details, I'll let you use your imagination. About a month ago, as I told you in one of my videos since then, my mom was scaring the shit out of me. She was acting up. She'd been fine. She was acting up, scaring the shit out of me. Especially these days. We don't want to wind up, neither of us, in any hospital. Okay, I don't want her to wind up in any hospital. I don't want her to wind up in any mental hospital anyway, but definitely not these days, okay? And she was scaring the goddamn fucking shit out of me. And she had woken me up early in the morning. She was barging into my room. She was manic. She was the whole 9 yards, okay? But as I told you a little while ago, last week, or in a video a couple weeks ago, I know when this was happening, and it was just a measly 2 weeks after getting her flufenazine Decanoate shot, so it definitely wasn't that she needs more shot in her system, okay? Let's just leave it at that. Who knows what was happening? She does it to herself when she doesn't sleep. She's in danger when she doesn't sleep, okay? It's that simple. And she had a friend down, and she was barging into my room and doing all of that, so how do I solve that problem since there's no lock on my door? I actually bought a lock from Walmart when I first got here. I had to go there for other things, and I didn't put it on my door because I don't know how. I get a false sense of security. Seriously. My mom's doing so fucking good. I think it can never happen, and then when it happens, it destroys me. So I barricaded my door, and she had her friend down, and to her, she's not thinking she's doing anything wrong, so she's thinking I'm being rude or whatever. Barricade my door means I don't come out for any reason. And I'll spare you the details, I don't come out for any reason, okay? Well, if I had to go, then obviously I would come out, on two Burke girls. Even she used to do, and that was only out of laziness. She said she would do what I have periodically done out of just and I'm not the only one that's ever done that. People have done it for different reasons. It's not, but whatever. When I'm trying to avoid my mom when she's being a jerk, and she's, I don't know. She causes me to lose my mind. I'm not the most mentally stable person in the universe anyway, admittedly so. So that was about a month ago, and a couple of so days after that, I felt like I had a UTI. But I felt like it was, like any other UTI that I'd had before, and it would go away. Or I could make it go away. I could force it to go away with my natural means, right? Right? Yeah, Laura Shipar. Okay, so, and even while I'm here right now, I'm feeling like I have to pee. Like that's why I said too much information. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know what causes UTIs. I I could easily, and I admit it, could be one of those people who, thinks he's healthy and isn't. Maybe I think I'm healthy and I'm really not. I don't know. There could be all kinds of things going on. Particularly since, as much as I do the health stuff and whatever, it's no big secret that I've not wanted to be here. You guys know that, okay? So you take that and then you add in these days, and it's a recipe for disaster. And I haven't touched a drop to drink in nearly a year. It's a long time. Damn well. They even said, alcohol consumption's gone way up. Everything's gone, damn well that lots of things that we don't hear about, the opioid crisis didn't go away just because of the pandemic. So, anyhow, I did my natural stuff, and I was fine. So I felt like, it had gone away. What I'm thinking, because I really don't know, I think UTIs are one of those things they don't really know what causes them. There's lots of things they don't know what causes it. It could be something worse than a UTI. I don't kid myself about anything. You understand? I don't kid myself about anything. Anyhow, me being me, I felt like my UTI had gone away. It kind of felt like because it wasn't bad, okay? Which means I'm doing something right if it's not getting worse, right? Let's think about this logically. I'm doing something right if it's not getting worse, okay? So, but then it started getting worse. So maybe my natural stuff helped a little, but it didn't completely help, and then it could return with a vengeance, or I don't know. Okay? I don't know. What I do know is not the dreaded C word, okay? Nobody wants to be told they have these days, okay? It's not that. Um, So I got the brilliant idea. I thought it was a brilliant idea. Turned out, hindsight's 2020. In retrospect, wasn't such a brilliant idea. But again, health person. I'm a health person. Of course, you could say you used to drink and you're a health person. Yeah, I know. I'm also a mess of contradictions. Um, but I have no desire to drink. None. I actually thought about drinking a couple weeks ago, I think. And then I changed my mind. Yeah, I had to go backwards in time to when this first started. And I had written to Selena and to Joe that, I have a UTI and I'm going to do. Oh, by the way, just as an aside, um, this is a Verizon flip phone. I don't know how long it's going to last. It's very old, but, battery can't last forever. But I got good news that they're not going to take this away from me. This is this is an old Verizon 3G flip phone. They're going to let me keep my 3G and up it to 4G. I got a thing from them saying that. My mom not so lucky. Her to AT&T is not only going to end at the beginning of the year, but they have been shutting it off on her, and she's been going crazy and not knowing what was going on. And I had to tell her, like, Mom, um, it's because you're going to lose your phone, which is why we have. I just weighed myself naked without eating or drinking anything, 184.8. Of course, I fasted the other day, and that's what we're about to get to. We'll get to that in a moment. So, health people, and you probably don't know this, or maybe some of you do. I might have some viewers that do. It's called a healing crisis, um, where you fast, and it brings out toxins, and you flush them away. Okay, so since my UTI was being stubborn and kept coming back a little bit, going away, coming back a little bit, going away, I thought, and plus I looked like I was kind of bloated, maybe I put on some pounds, nothing, like, I still fit into everything fine or whatever, nothing major, but, so I thought, why don't I fast? It'll be good, because what they say, and it makes logical sense to me, what the healing people, the alternative people, the alternative health world say, is that it makes logical sense. In fact, I would imagine, even, I know there are doctors that probably say it's not good to fast, I said, whatever, but I'm not novice. I've been doing this off and on for years and years. I know what I'm doing, okay? I went 3 days on water and juice before, only a couple times since I started fasting several years ago, periodically, but, and I was fine. 3 days and I was fine, okay? So this was something different. I've gone 2 days, as you guys know, plenty of times, because I've let you guys know, on water and juice, on just water, on a little bit of lemon and water, a little bit of apple cider vinegar and water, basically just water, okay? And so many times I've done it one day. I've also few times done it 2 days, okay? But no problem. Except, of course, that time that I fainted in the shower and broke my foot, and that was just summer of hell. But that was something different, too. That's because I have fantastic blood pressure. Everyone tells me, they even take your blood pressure sometimes, I think, at my dentist. I have fantastic blood pressure. That's actually, I guess, on the low side, but they always say, oh my God, your blood pressure's so good, yeah. So, but if my blood pressure is really good and it's on the low side, and I take a hot bath for a long time and followed by a hot shower on no food, well, come to find out, as I've told you guys since then, doing that lowers your blood pressure, and then you're on no food, which you get no oxygen to your brain, and I could have been dead. Let's just leave it at that. Now, that's not the case the other day. I'm not in any hot bath, right? I fasted all day Thursday on water and a little bit of juice. Some lemon juice in the water. I also had one of my favorites, my apple cider vinegar drinks, okay? But essentially, I fasted on just water. I was fine. No problems. Nothing, as usual, like I've done so many times, okay? I don't know how many times I've kept track of them all on all my calendars. So, calendar diaries, right? So, kind of cool to have that clock up there. My mom doesn't even use it. When Churchwoman was saying, because if my mom got mixed up with her meds, she says, get her one of those clocks that tells you the days of the week, but my mom doesn't look at them. You have to look at the little tiny thing that goes to each day on the clock, but it's a nice looking clock and it's awesome because if I do a video here, I can see it. So, fasted Thursday. Gonna try to initiate one of those healing crises. God, the stupid UTI won't completely go away. It keeps returning, but I'm still. I mean, I did my 5+ mile walk the other day. I did that, I think, Wednesday, the day before I fasted. Did I do my fast? Wednesday or Tuesday I did it. Um, so I've been feeling okay. And then I fasted Thursday. Friday, no kidding, I can read you what I wrote to Joe and Selena. Friday, I was so sick that if I think I wrote it from my mom's phone, not mine. Texted her. But anyway, Friday I was so sick, and my mom left for the day. Friday I was so sick that if I had to feel that way 24/7, like permanently, life wouldn't be worth it. Not in any universe. I was so sick, I was on the floor in agony. Um, so maybe, I don't know. I don't know all about this stuff. Maybe I initiated a health crisis, but it was too much for my body to bear. And I got flooded with the bacteria in my urinary tract. I don't know. All that I know is that I went through it. I was fine. I was fine. My mom left in the late morning, and I was fine. But all I tried to do was drink some water. And I was violently ill. All day long, I was throwing up. And then, since there was nothing in I was dry heaving. It was awful. I couldn't escape it. It was absolutely awful. I couldn't eat. Even if my body wanted something to eat and I would feel better, I couldn't eat. I wasn't able to eat. Okay? I wasn't able to do anything but writhe in pain. But I did try to drink some water, some cranberry juice or whatever, because it's so weird. That's what I think maybe I flooded my body with. I don't know. Because, like I said, if I was fine the day before and then I fast and then suddenly I'm in agony and suddenly my UTI is worse than it ever was, and I'm constantly needing to it was awful. It's like fasting brought my urinary tract infection on with a vengeance. So I don't know why that would happen. I have no idea. In fact, probably if I told any medical professional, if I told a health person, health like a naturopath, which I want to see for many reasons. But a regular person would say, oh, it's probably a coincidence. A regular health medical professional, they might even say you shouldn't fast, even though, tons of people fast no problem, including me for several years periodically. So I've been fasting for periodically 7 years, no problem. But my urinary tract infection came back on with a vengeance. It was awful. Friday, I was in the bathroom constantly. I was just whatever, and I was throwing up. At one point, I thought I was going to die because I had only had a little bit of liquid, but I was sitting up, and I mean, I get scared of that too. If you throw up and you're not facing down, you can choke on your own, you know. I was actually choking. I'm like, oh, what a way to die. I'm going to die here sitting on the toilet because I had to do, you know, that's why I said TMI, but tough shit, right? This is real life. And I thought I was going to die. And I was choking just like if you choke on food. I've choked on food before, we all have probably. And it was just the same. I was choking on the liquid that had, you know, oh, it came on suddenly. I'm sitting on the, and then I had to throw up too. But it was, anyhow. So I was afraid to drink anything. I threw up on the floor. My mom came home and I was on the floor here, dry heaving. But finally, it settled down. It settled down to the point of bearable, okay? But I still felt like I need to eat something. My body wants food. So I tried to eat, and I was able to hold everything down, and I went to bed that night. But I was dry heaving in the middle of the night. But key being, I had eaten a banana, I'd eaten some oatmeal, I drank. So, and I thought in the middle of the night I was going to throw up, but I didn't. I dry heaved up. But then I was okay yesterday. Today I'm going to urgent care, not to the ER, to urgent care. But it keeps coming back. May have progressed. I'm not one who kids myself about anything. Okay? I wouldn't be the first person to think he was healthy, you know? Only to find out not so much. He or she is healthy these days. Probably not even supposed to say he. I was an English major in college, remember? So he is supposed to be able to be like, apply to he or she, so you don't have to keep saying he or she. So if I'm not healthy as I think I am, if I'm not as healthy as I think I am, and something bad's been going on or whatever, or if I have kidney disease or any number of things, who knows, then I wouldn't be the first person to think he was healthy. And it wasn't true, you know, that there were secretly things going on in his body. And that is that. So I'll keep you posted. Weird though, huh? That it would come on with a vengeance from fasting. Like worse than, and what it is, it all is feeling all like it's just, I wanted to go to the natural route if I could. I don't want to do antibiotics. But if I'm at the point where I'm scared, then I damn well better get myself somewhere and get on some antibiotics and get rid of this thing. And that's simple. Okay. Omar's ear infection keeps coming back. I have to take him to the vets, and I don't want to keep putting him on antibiotics either. It just sucks. But if something is really bad and you try to treat it naturally and you're unable to do so, then it would behoove you to get your ass and get on some antibiotic, get your ass to the doctor. And that's where we stand right now. And I have to go pee. Don't know much longer. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Yeah, wasn't expecting that one. Friday was hell. Friday I was in just so sick. So now I'm going to the doctor. Since KK, I'm not an idiot, but it hadn't been like that until now. It hadn't been severe. It had been lots of people try to treat them at home. You know, cranberry juice. I have cranberry juice in the fridge with what I learned at Joe's from his big thick natural book on natural cures. Soak it in apple cider vinegar. Right? And those things have helped, but I'm not well enough, and it's been like a month, so I'm hoping it's not, really, really bad. What are you gonna do, right? Like I said, at least it's not the dreaded C, so it's nothing that can even be diagnosed that way. Just leave it at that. I know damn well it's some kind of UTI. It may have progressed to kidney disease, which I found out this morning is a possibility. That's what can happen to an untreated UTI. But yeah. My mother's going to come with me as my help. To make sure nothing's done to me that I don't want done.